Benoe, long ago, the world was dark all the time. And there were certain animals that had a better ability to see at night, like the kokoko, the owl, and the bat. And other animals like the aspen, the raccoon, could see better at night. And then some animals, they had a hard time seeing. They were always bumping into things like Wabozo, the rabbit, and Suxy, the deer. They didn't quite see as well at night. But it was always dark, and eventually, those animals that had worse eyesight, they started to kind of get wiped out by these nighttime hunters. They couldn't see, and they were having a terrible time about it, and they kept getting killed off, and they were starting to get concerned that soon that their kind would be gone. And so they called a meeting of all the animals. All the animals came together. And these animals that had this poor eyesight, those ones that just couldn't see real well at night, and these other animals that had great vision at night, they all came together and they said, hey, we got to do something. We got to have daylight all the time or something like that. And they started talking and arguing and fighting, and they said, look, I'll tell you what. Let's have a contest. Let's make it fair. We'll have a contest. And what we're going to do is the ones that can't see as well, we'll have Wabozo the rabbit can kind of be their leader, the one that participates in this contest. And for us that see better at night, Kokoko the owl, he can be the one. He can be the one that kind of is our champion, if you will. What we'll do is we'll have a contest, and Kokoko will say Debucket, night, and Wabozo will say Wabin, morning. And they'll say that back and forth, and whoever messes up, if Owl wins, it'll stay night all the time. If Wabozo wins, then we'll have night half of the night, or half of a day, and then we'll have light for the other half. So they talked it out, and they thought, well, that seems fair. What's fairer than having a contest to determine what will happen? Seems fair enough. So, that first day, Owl starts it out. He says, Kokoko starts out and says, Debucket. Wabozo says, Wabin. Owl says, Debucket. Wabin. Debucket. Wabin. Debucket. Wabin. It goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It goes into the next day. Day 2, same thing. They still are strong. They're going tough. Debucket. Wabin. Debucket. Wabin. Debucket. Wabin. Just back and forth, back and forth. And the other animals are cheering them on. Woo! Come on, Wabozo. Come on, rabbit. And Kokoko's folks are like, come on, Kokoko, you can do it. Day 3 hits. At this point, they're starting to drown out. They're starting to wear out a little bit. And even the crowd is kind of dissipated. These other people, they went to bed or whatever. There's Kokoko. Debucket. Wabin. Debucket. But even after that, even after struggling, they make it to a 4th day. But at this point, it's really looking bad. There's hardly anybody even hardly watching at this point. A couple animals are watching, but Owl's like drifting off in between turns, and Debucket and Wabin and Wabozo's not doing much better. He's just like Wabin, and then back to Owl, and Owl's like Debucket, and Wabozo is just kind of nods, oh, Wabin. And then Kokoko's over there, and he just kind of fades out, and he had heard him say Wabin, and he Wabin! And Owl lost. And so that is why today we have daylight. Eel.